Then what is the next chapter that we begin with here? Company audit. You have a notebook, I'm presuming. Just take a fresh page, give the heading, company audit. Right on. Some people are asking, do we need to remember personal qualities of an auditor? Then what do you think it is for? Time pass, huh? Acha, normally now people ask me the weightage of the chapter. Let me tell you one thing first, before even I tell you the weightage, average weightage. Um, in one examination, company audit was asked for 24 marks. 24. Imagine 24 marks for a chapter. I mean, that is huge, huge. It's like 24% I hope of your entire paper is only from bloody one chapter. In the next examination, straight after that, they asked for 4 marks. It was 24 in one attempt. So obviously the people thereafter thought that company audit is one of the most important things that we have to do. They gave their life to do company audit. And what comes is 4 marks. So you can never trust the institute. Yeah. Institute ultimately, I hope, will go on wearing only like this. Huh. But yes, apart, I say, what can you do? Yeah, they get cyclones in their head every day. I hope basically on an average, still this chapter is worth 12 to 16 marks on an average. Obviously, taking those two away, which was nothing but happened once only 24 and 4. Apart from that, I hope on an average, it comes for 12 to 16 marks. A very important chapter. I'll just give you intro, then we'll just relax for 2 minutes, and thereafter we'll start with the chapter. Okay. Now, when you people talk about company audit, just a while back we had done different types of audit. So if you people remember, in that different types of audit, there was companies under the Companies Act 2013. So can I say basically when you talk about company audit, this is which type of audit? It is a statutory audit or voluntary audit? Correct. So can I say this is a statutory audit? Now, supposing say I am doing this audit of a company. So can I say I'm doing statutory audit? Then I am known as statutory auditor. Which auditor? Statutory auditor. Arey, yeah, this is common sense. If I am doing statutory audit, then that auditor who is doing statutory audit will be known as which auditor? Statutory auditor. One more thing. This is done under which statute? Correct. Can I say this is done under as per Companies Act 2013? So can I say obviously this is something which is compulsory under this law? Now when I talk about Companies Act 2013, obviously it is law. So again there will be sections. Ayo, ayo. Now some people have already started scratching their foreheads. They're like, "Arey yaar, what the hell, yeah? We already had sections. You are giving us more sections, yeah. Don't worry, yeah. This is the only chapter where you have sections in auditing. Apart from that, you don't have. See, if that chapter was not here, it would have been there. But since it is relating to auditing, it is here. So anyways, even if it was not here, it would have been there. You would have learned anyways in law. So there to anyway section was to be done, no. Then whether I tell the section or law professor tells the section has to be told, no. Only problem that face is, so do we have to remember section? Do we have to write section? Obviously you have to write it. Sir, what if we don't remember the section? Then you write as per relevant section. Examiner will decide what is relevant. Then it is not for you to decide. But you definitely don't write the wrong section number when you don't know the section number. Sometimes if you are lucky, or in reality, because that is how it is, no, because you are never lucky. So basically I hope you realize, if you are lucky, then sometimes in the exam, in the question only, they mention the section number also, that you write down so and so provision as per this section. Then when you write the answer, you already know the section number. But that is only if you are lucky, but already you know your life and past. So taking that into consideration, don't expect this. Yeah. But yes, is there any way to remember the sections? I will try certain nonsense in some places, everywhere not possible, but whatever sections I can make you learn by that, I will definitely make you learn. Then you will not forget at least. So wait, before even we take that 2 minute break, wait. Company audit is which audit? Statutory audit. So the person doing that audit is known as statutory auditor. This company audit is as per Companies Act 2013. So is it as per law? Yes. So now also there will be sections. Up till now, in this chapter, first that I finished, I was basically going question answer wise. Like I was giving you a question, then I was telling you the answer. I was giving you the question, then I was giving you the answer. Here in this chapter of company audit, I cannot go question answer wise basically. I will have to go section wise. So I will take up a section and its provision, take up a section and its provision, take a section and its provision. All cools? All cools. Come on. Just keep your textbook ready to chapter 10, if I'm not wrong. Company audit. Yeah. Just keep that ready. Then we take a 2-minute break and then we resume with company audits. In this chapter, by the way, of company audit, we are going to take up only from sections 139 to 148. Apart from that, whatever are other sections, all those sections go in your company law. They don't come here. Also important to understand is when you are doing this chapter of company audit for the preparation of auditing exam, along with this chapter of company audit, you also have to do company law. Whatever are questions there. It means in auditing exam, apart from this company audit, whatever I will teach you, apart from this, you can expect a question on company law as well in this paper. So they can ask you about preferential allotment. They can ask you section 42 of the Companies Act in auditing paper. Similarly, in law, they can ask you about company audit also. But that is very rare. They normally ask law in audit rather than audit in law. Too much English. What? They normally ask, they normally ask you law in audit exam rather than audit in law exam. Yeah. I don't know how many of you know also in, or you are aware, in audit exam, they ask you question on accounting standards also. Some accounting standards, small question. Basically AS1. AS1 is there no disclosure of accounting policy. And that they ask normally for 2 to 4 marks sometimes. Now, problem is they are asking accounts in audit also. They are asking law also in audit. It is like auditing is an open-ended paper where they are asking you probably every subject, whatever they have missed, they are asking you everything in auditing. It's like examiner when he was setting up the paper, he missed something to write. So ultimately then he found, oh, auditing paper is open. Let me put it there now. So rude, yeah? You cannot do like that. But is there questions asked? Yes. So I'm just telling you whatever you people have to be prepared when you are preparing the subject of auditing. A company law is okay. Yeah, it is interesting. Na. Come on, let us take 2 minutes and then we people. No, it is not like a dumping ground. Yeah, so rude. Not every time, sometimes. But yes, I have to at least tell you that sometimes also. Suddenly, if accounting standards will come in the examination, you'll be like, Rahul did not tell ya. So rude, yeah. Dash. Then ultimately, I'm just telling you everything. That company law also you be prepared. Accounting standards also you people be prepared. Then don't tell me that Rahul did not tell. Yeah. Come on, take 2 minutes and I'll see you. Okay, yeah, come back. Okay, listen now. Wait, settle down, yeah. Okay, listen. Now, obviously, I'm going to go section wise. Obviously, I'm not going to go in the same line as 139 to 148. I will not go in that same serial number, but definitely we will cover every section, whichever is mentioned. Okay. But we will have to go nothing but concept wise. First section that we people are taking up. No, no, you're not supposed to. See, if you want to take these notes down, you can take a screenshot if you so wish to. Or if at all during the explanation, you people feel, not rather during the explanation, but then whenever there is some time, you can just, yeah, write it yourself. Yeah. When you people talk about qualifications of an auditor, you already know the qualification. Yeah. Come on. What should be the qualification? Chartered accountant. Correct. Normal or practicing? Practicing. But even if we say normal, will it become practicing? Yes. Because by default, it is assumed like that only. Do you agree? Okay. But important. Listen. When you talk about qualifications of an auditor of a company, basically there are two qualifications. One, either you appoint an individual as your auditor. When I say individual, can I say sole proprietor? Or what you can appoint is a partnership firm as an auditor. Repeating, you people either can appoint an individual as an auditor or you can appoint a partnership firm as an auditor. Now, when you talk that, okay, you want to appoint an individual as an auditor, supposing, say, there is any company X Limited. This is the company who wants to audit. So, say they come to me, Mr. R. I am a chartered accountant. Okay. Now, if I take up audit, can I say I'm individual? Can I say I'm a sole proprietor? Then ultimately, can I do audit of X Limited? Yes. But when can I do audit of X Limited? Only if I'm a chartered accountant. So an individual is qualified to do audit of a company when? When can I say he is a practicing CA? On the other hand, is it necessary that the company can appoint only an individual as an auditor? No. Can they appoint a partnership firm as an auditor? Yes. Partnership funds means what? Let us take a simple example. Say there is nothing but RST and company, chartered accountants. This is a firm of chartered accountants. Huh? When I say RST and company, company does not mean it's a company under the Companies Act. Company is basically like associates. For a simple example, say I went for movie with my friend. Then I have the company of my friend to go for the movie. Then that company, he is not company, but he is my company for the movie. You understand the difference what I'm telling? Similarly, when I say RST and company chartered accountants, it's a CA firm where say there are three partners. Which three partners are there? Mr. R, Mr. S, Miss T. Let's take some female also. No, they also are doing good. So ultimately say RST and company. Now when I say RST and company, is it a CA firm? Yes. For a simple example, yeah. You know all these big fours that we people talk about? PwC, KPMG, Deloitte, hello. Then ultimately these big fours eventually are what? You think they are companies? No, they are firms. They are nothing but not MNCs. They are MNFs. They are multinational firms, not multinational company. You understand the difference? So ultimately, whosoever are partners there, I hope realize those partners are nothing but partners of the partnership firm eventually. So when I talk about qualification, correct. It is not only individual, it is also a firm. But when can firm be appointed? There is a stipulation. Firm may, you can get appointed only if majority of the partners are practicing CAs. Repeating, the partnership firm can be appointed as an auditor of a company only if majority of the partners are practicing CAs. Doubt. What do you mean by the word majority? Majority here means more than 50%. So for a simple example, if I tell you there is ABC and company chartered accountants firm, how many partners are there? 3 partners are there. Can I say if this firm has to be appointed as auditor of a company, when can it be appointed? When out of these 3 partners, minimum 2 partners have to be nothing but practicing CS. And more than 50%, obviously, it cannot be 1.75, something like that. Now, you cannot take 0.25 of a partner, no. Hands and legs will not come for audit. Acha. Similarly, if I tell you like this, okay, there is firm with 4 partners. Then, will 2 be okay? No, at least 3. It is more than 50%. It is not equal to 50%, greater than equal to. Is this okay? Okay. Now, talking about here, RST and company. Say Mr. R and Mr. S. See, ultimately, both of them are chartered accountants in practice. But Miss T is a chartered accountant not in practice. Think and answer. Can ultimately this firm be appointed as auditor? Yes. Why yes? Because majority of the partners are practicing CS. Although I am telling you this stipulation that majority of the partners should be practicing CAs, in real life, whenever there is a CA firm, all the partners are practicing CAs only. You take any partner of any firm, all of them are practicing CAs. Although the requirement is at least majority should be practicing CAs, but that does not happen in real life. If you are a partner in the CA firm, trust me, by default, you will be a practicing CA. Else, why are you even a partner of that firm in the first place? Is this okay? Okay, doubt. Think and answer. Huh? When you people talk about CA firm, here I'm talking about firm only. Audit will happen in whose name? Individual partner's name or firm's name? Correct. Can I say audit will always happen in whose name? Firm's name. Perfect. So can I say when the partners will sign, they will have to definitely sign first in their personal, but obviously on behalf of the firm. So ultimately, partners, when they are signing in their personal capacity, but obviously on behalf of the firm. All cool? All cool. Wait. Tell me the qualification of an auditor. How many for a company? 2. 1, individual. Second, firm. When you say individual, sole proprietor. Firm, partnership firm. When you talk about individual, can an individual be appointed as an auditor? When that individual is a practicing CA. What about a partnership firm? When can that be appointed as an auditor? Only if majority of the partners are practicing CAs. What do you mean by the word majority? More than 50%. Is equal to 50% also okay? No, it should be more than 50%. If you appoint a firm, then appointment will be made in partner's name or firm's name? Firm's name. Then partners will sign in only their personal capacity? No, in their personal capacity and on behalf of the firm. All cool? All cool. Acha, one last thing. I mean, you people obviously are aware because you are doing law also. In fact, the last lecture of law. When you talk about partnership firm, basically there are 2 types of partnership firm. One, traditional partnership firm, other LLP. What is LLP? Limited liability partnership. Limited liability partnership is also equally qualified with nothing but the equal criteria. So I hope, Raj, whether you talk about a normal partnership firm or a LLP, can I say when I say firm, I mean every firm, whether it is a normal firm or whether it is a LLP, every criteria is going to remain the same. When I say firm, you should understand, I'm talking about all the firms, whether with unlimited liability or limited liability. Till here, all okay? Okay, come on. Next part that we have to learn, then we go to nothing but marking of this. Listen. At the end of audit, can I say obviously the auditor will issue a report? Can I say on that report there has to be signature? Do you agree? Now, how many types of auditor are there? 2. Correct. Can I say one is individual, other is firm? Now see, whenever I will tell you, the cyclone is approaching. Whenever I will tell you, it actually is. Whenever I will tell you how many types of auditors are there, your answer should be 2. Which 2? One is individual, other is a firm. Correct. Now, signature. Can you tell me at the end of audit, when this individual will give the report, who will sign here? Can I say he himself will sign? Acha, when you talk about the partnership firm, who will sign? All partners. Sure? No. It will be somebody known as engagement partner. What? Engagement partner. What do you mean by that? I'll tell you. Listen. Say there is a partnership firm, ABC and Company. Say they are chartered accountants. Okay, ABC and Company, chartered accountants, CA firm. Okay. Now, there is company X Limited. Say X Limited approach the firm to do audit. Say all the three partners are practicing CS. Is the firm qualified? Yes. Okay. Now say X Limited, Mr. B is going to do audit of that particular company, X Limited. So can I say on the report of X Limited, at the end there will be whose signatures? B's. But can I say it will be Mr. B's signature on behalf of the firm? So it will be for ABC and Company Chartered Accountants, Mr. B. Now do you understand? So who is signing? All the partners are signing or Mr. B? Mr. B, because he is eventually getting the audit. He is going to handle the audit of X Limited. Similarly, there may be a situation, say ultimately there is nothing but another company Y Limited, but that is Mr. A's client. So can I say on the audit report of Y Limited, Mr. A will sign. Now, when I say Mr. A is auditor of Y, Mr. B is auditor of X, then I hope realize they are known as engagement partners. Which partners? Engagement partners. It means here Mr. B is engaged for the audit of X, Mr. A is engaged for the audit of Y. So ultimately the signature will be of which partner? Engagement partners. Correct. However, will everybody sign? No. How will they decide whose client? That depends upon nothing but the firm, no? Obviously, that has to be decided, no, by them only. Who will take up the audit? So eventually, if it is A, B, and C, they have to distribute to A, B, and C because there is a maximum number of audit which you can take, which I'm going to take up after this section only. So eventually, I hope, guys, that will be decided amongst them. All cool? All cool. One important thing. Listen, let me see how much you can answer. This chapter is made up of examples only. Only then you'll understand. Else thing. Now, if I tell you like this, supposing there is a certain Mr. H. Okay. Now say this Mr. H is a chartered accountant, but he is a manager of the firm. Mr. H is a chartered accountant and he's a manager of the firm. Can I say if he's a chartered accountant, he's a practicing CA by default? Think and answer. Think and answer. Can Mr. H sign on behalf of the firm? Think. Think. Can Mr. H sign on behalf of the firm? Think. No is correct. Can you tell me why no? Arey, dumb. He's a manager. He's not a partner. Eventually, the partners only have the right to sign. Nobody else can sign. That also a partner who is ultimately engagement partner and a practicing partner. For a simple example, here I told you now, all the three are chartered accountants practicing ABC. Supposing if I tell you Mr. C is not a practicing CA, is the firm qualified? Yes. Acha, can Mr. C sign on any audit report? No. Why? He is not a practicing CA. Are now do you understand? Acha, now think and tell me. Why Mr. H cannot sign? Because he is not a partner, he is a manager. Are but he is a practicing CA. Does not matter. Acha, why Mr. C cannot sign? He is a partner, but he is not a practicing CA. Are now do you understand? It means, see, if you want to sign, you have to be P plus P. Only then you can sign. It means you have to be a partner and you should be practicing. Only if you are a partner and practicing, only then you can sign. Else you can't sign. Obviously, this I'm talking for the firm, re baba. I'm not talking for the... I'm not talking about the individual. Individual, so he only will sign, no dumb. There is no doubt at all. The only problem is when you talk about the firm, who will sign. All cool. All cool. Come on. Come to the textbook, please. Let us at least mark eligibility. Signature, I'll tell you later. Come. Page number I to have 89. Yours, I have no clue. Yours is 274. Wow. They have so much of difference with me. Wow. Thank you. That's so dash rude. You have this, no? This is same. Come on. Read it, mark it. I can't sue them, yeah. I'm a auditor, not a lawyer. I wished I had done law. I know. Both partner and manager, then it does not matter. No, he's a partner. He can sign. If he manages things, his wish. Both is not a problem. Some people are asking, what is COP? So rude, yeah. What is COP? Huh? Certificate of practice. How can you ask that? Yeah. Yeah, yeah. Engaging only. Why is firm needed to be starting for auditing? Why? It is better always to get together and then do audit. Na? More number of clients you can get. Individually, there is always a limit on the number of clients that you can audit. Now, partnership firm always helps you to get more number of clients in reality. And whenever there is a partnership firm, I hope there is always division of labor. Always helps. Yeah. Sole proprietor is also okay if you want to have nothing but sole proprietorship. But yeah, majorly there is partnership firms also so many. Main section is still enough. Come on, you're all done. Come on, let us take up one more section, and thereafter we take. Thereafter we people take nothing but that 5 minute quick break that we have. That I will always give. Whether I give you in between 2 minutes, etc., that all is secondary. 5 minutes break to minimum will always come. Yeah, yeah. Now listen. Oi, there are two reasons for that. One, it is theory. So ultimately, I hope as you have a limitation to get in the head. So it is your limitation for which I am acting upon. No. Acha. Secondly, ultimately, I hope realize that disqualifications now it's a very big section. Yeah. I hope as that will probably be the last section that I'll take up for the day. It is that informative. So ultimately, I hope realize before I get that much so much into the head, it is better you clear your head. Although it is clear only as such, but yeah. So yeah, yeah, yeah. Now listen, yeah, listen. Next one, again, interesting one. Very nice it is. Section 141 3G, which is on ceiling limits. Achha. Repeating, it is 141 3G, which is on ceiling limits. 141 is the main section. What is this 3? 3 is your subsection. And what is this G? G is nothing but your clause. So it is basically clause G of subsection 3 of section 141 of the Companies Act 2013. Now, what do you mean by ceiling? Ceiling is maximum. Don't tell us it's a ceiling. I'll hit you. So ultimately, when I talk about ceiling, ceiling is nothing but maximum. Okay. Now, when you talk about ceiling limits, what does this mean? you cannot take up n number of audits that you want. It is because you may take up n number of audits, but you will not be able to justify reasonably to every audit. It is because there is always a limitation of time. No, in that much amount of time, you can only do certain amount of work. You cannot take more than that. And even if you take more than that, you will not be able to do justice to that audit. And therefore, there is a limitation, there is a cap on the number of audits which you can take up. Now, think and answer. How many types of auditors are there? Two. Nice. Can I say one is individual, other is a firm? Perfect. Acha. When you talk about individual, the maximum number of audits that an individual can take up is 20 company audits. How many? 20 company audits. Acha. Now, some people also have the habit of telling like this, 20 per annum, 20 every year. I've not told like that. Did I tell per annum? No. Am I teaching FM or something? No, not now. Then use common sense. It is not 20 per annum or like that. It is 20 any point of time. For a simple example, say I am that practicing chartered accountant. Okay. Say you people have met me today. Okay. So you people are asking me, Rahul, how many audits do you have? Say I tell you 18, 1-8. Think and answer. Is it within the limits? Yes. Okay. Say we meet after 1.5 years. Again. Okay. Now think and tell me. You people ask me again, Rahul, tell me how many audits you have now. Can I say my answer at that point of time also should be maximum 20? Supposing if I tell you 19, is it still okay? Yes. Why? Because it is within 20. It means whenever you ask me the question, my answer should be 20 at any time, no? So basically, when I say 20, it is not 20 every year. Don't think like that. Maximum 20 at any point of time. So it can change from year to year. It can be 18 in some year, 17 in one year, 15, 13, 10, 20, etc. But it should not exceed 20. All cool? All cool. What about a firm, yeah? What about firm, yeah? Firm, again it is 20, but it is per partner 20. Ayo. Now when I say per partner, use common sense, na? Straight away the number of partners multiply by 20. Acha, but important. Per partner, when I say, it is commonsensically practicing partner. Because I hope the other partner who is there, who may not be practicing, he cannot do audit, na? So that is not allowed. Because then it is using unnecessary advantage, undue advantage of just being a partner and not practicing. Giving you example. Listen carefully. Say for a simple example, there is A, B, C, and company, chartered accountants in practice. Think and answer. How many partners are there? 3. Say all the 3 are chartered accountants practicing. Is the firm qualified? Yes. Can you tell me maximum number of audits that they can take up? Correct. Can I say it will be 60? Now some people will answer, how 60? Are yaar. Can I say it is 20 per partners into 3 partners dash? So can I say it is maximum 60? Now important, when I say maximum 60, individual partners can only take up 20-20. Matlab, I cannot do allocation like this. Mr. A, you are very experienced. Take 40, no? Let us handle 10-10. Not allowed. I hope as eventually individually has to be 20-20-20 only. So he will sign on 20 reports, he will sign on 20 reports, he will sign on 20 reports. I hope you followed. Acha. Now let me see. Why is this guy doing rap? Shri, what happened here? Acha. Now supposing if I tell you, say 3 partners, A and B are practicing chartered accountants, C is not practicing. First question, is the firm qualified? Oh yeah, because I hope as majority of the partners are practicing Cs. But think and answer, what will be the maximum that they can take up? 60, 60, 60, 60. Can I say it will be only 40? Why 40? Because 2 practicing partners, correct, into 20, which will give you 40. You cannot take the advantage of just being a partner. I hope that is undue advantage. That is not allowed. I hope you followed. Acha, acha. One more clause. Listen now. Wait. Now, so firm were practicing partner 20 company audits, except, now hear carefully, except any partner who is in full-time employment elsewhere. Oh, English, full-time employment. Repeating. Per partner, 20 company audits, except any partner who is in full-time employment elsewhere. Now, let us take an example to understand. Focus. Okay. Supposing if I tell you ABC and Company, firm of chartered accountants, all the three partners are practicing CAs. Is the firm qualified? Oh, definitely it is. Can you tell me why? Because I hyperlize majority of the partners what? Here to it is full. Correct? Okay. Now, can you tell me maximum number of audits that they can take up? 60. Can I say it is 3 into 20? Okay. Now, listen. Say out of this 3, Mr. C, he is a full-time employee, say at Infosys. Use common sense. If he is working as a full-time employee at Infosys, does he have any time to conduct audit? No. Then he should be included for the purpose of this limit, or he should not be included? Should not be included. Then the maximum number will only 40, because then we will exclude this part. I hope you followed. Why? It is because if you are an employee somewhere full-time, you have no time to do audit. You will not be able to justify any audits, and therefore you have to be excluded. Acha. Now, important. Huh? Supposing if I tell you that he is a part-time employee, then is it okay? Oh, definitely. Because he can have part-time employment. You can do part-time practice. Hello. Then eventually, I hope as you have the time to do audit, no? Now, some people use their pro rata brains. Which brains? Pro rata. So ultimately, what they will do is they will think like this. Sir, 20 total, sir. But he working part-time, sir. So 20, he will only be able to take 10, no, sir? No. Entire 20 only. So can I say again, the maximum will be nothing but 60. I hope you followed. So see, it means if you want to do part-time employment, it is okay. Then also you can hold a COP because then you can do part-time practice. So part-time practice, part-time employment. But if you're in full-time employment, you cannot do. Then you are excluded because you are disqualified. I hope you followed. Okay, wait. Firstly, what about individual? 20 companies maximum. Firm per practicing partner 20. Acha, except any partner who is in full-time employment elsewhere. If you're part-time, is it okay? It is okay. Okay. Now, very last thing. Listen, you are talking about company audits, no? When you are talking about company audits, then can I say there are different types of companies? Public company, private company, dormant company, small company, so many companies, one person company, etc. Correct. OPCs, etc. Now, in this limit of 20, all the companies are not included. Then what type of companies are included? Hear carefully. Okay. Basically, in this limit of 20, two types of companies are included. One, all public. When I say all public companies, whether they are listed or whether they are unlisted, if you are public, it should be calculated. It should be included. Second, all private having paid up share capital. In short, PUS. What is PUS? Paid up share capital, which should be greater than or equal to 100 CR. Repeating. The second is all private companies whose paid up share capital is greater than or equal to 100 crores. Only then you are included in which limit? 20. Else, is there a limit? There is no limit. For a simple example, have I included small companies here? No. It means if I'm auditor, individual, I can take 100 small companies audit also. It is okay. Why? Because it is not included in the limit. There is no limit. Everybody should get that 100 company now. Man, I'm just telling hypothetically. You should get 100. Similarly, there are OPCs, one-person companies. Is it included here? No. Acha, can I take up 50 OPCs? Yes. Why? Because it is allowed. There is no limit to that. Limit is only with respect to, correct, all public and all private whose paid up share capital is greater than or equal to 100 crores. I hope you followed. Let me see how much you understand. Let us take an example. Supposing say I am auditor and I am getting audit. Okay. Say I am getting audit as 15 public companies. Listen carefully now. 10 are listed, 5 are unlisted. Okay. And thereafter, I'm also getting 15 private company audits. Think and tell me, can you answer right now? No. Can I say I have to give you the breakup of private companies? Okay. Say ultimately out of this, okay. Say 5 companies paid up share capital is greater than 100 CR and the other 10 companies paid up share capital is less than 100 CR. Okay. Say thereafter, wait, no, I am getting 5 small company audits. I am getting 7 1% company audits. You think and tell me how many audits can I take up? Can I take up everything out of this? What is my maximum number? 20. Is this included in 20? No. So can I take all the 5 up? Yes. Is this included in 20? No. Can I take all the 7? Yes. Now talk about nothing but public and private now. I hope, can I say all the public are included? So can I say definitely this 15? Thereafter, private. Can I say only the ones which are paid up share capital greater than equal to 100 crores should be included? How many are those companies? Can I say those are only 5? So 15 plus 5. Do you agree? So can I say definitely I can take this up also? Acha. Can I take this up? Think, can I take this up? Yes. Why yes? Because it is not included in the limit, no? I can take 50 also. What is included in the limit? What is included in the limit is only those private whose paid up share capital is greater than equal to 100 CR. Those private companies which are less than 100 CR, they are not included in the limit only. So I can take up unlimited, just like I do small and OPCs. So can I take up this 10? Yes. Is it included in the limit? No. So for my limit, if you see, it is exactly 20 on 20. I can take up. I hope you followed. Now let me change a bit. Enough. Just one change I will do. This is less, this is more. Now you tell me. Now what do you have? You have this 15. And can I say, when you have this 15, you have this 10. But this is becoming 25 out of 20. Can you do? No. Then can I say, you have to limit this to 20. So out of this 15 and this 10, totaling to 25, maximum you can take 20. Can I take up this 5? Yes. But out of this 25, I have to do 20. Now what 20 is to be done, that auditor will decide. Matlab I hope he has to reduce 5 out of this. Which 5 he reduces, that he will decide. Obviously, that he will decide upon nothing but I hope lies his own benefit. If he is getting some more money, etc., he will go for that particular company. Or if he is more comfortable with a particular client, or he has the client which is recurring, he will go for that particular client. So that depends upon auditor. But one thing is sure, out of this 25, what I can take up is only 20. Is this okay? Okay, come on, fast. This is a very important section. Comes in the examination for 5 to 6 marks, only provision, and 4 to 5 marks case study. That case study also is there. Obviously, we'll take up. Don't worry. First, you tell me. Ceiling limits means maximum. Individual, 20. Firm, per partner, 20. Except any partner in full-time employment. What if he's in part-time? Part-time is allowed. Correct. What about this 20 limit? Every company is included. No, only 2 companies. One, all public. Second, all private, but whose paid up share capital is greater than equal to 100 CR. If it is less than 100 CR, can I take up N number? Yes. Small company, N number. Dormant company, N number. OPC, N number. Only these 2 companies, the numbers are relevant. All cools? All cools. Come on, let's mark it. Comes. This is actually inside disqualification. See, here it is. You have to find that 141 3G. Did you find? It will be under disqualifications. 277. Okay. Yeah. I want you to read the discussion part only. Yeah. Read the discussion part, which is there. Come on, you're all done. Acha, by the way, see what they have written in that fifth point. The above exemption is not available if the company has not filed the annual statements as required under section 137 and 92 of the Companies Act. It means, hear carefully. Say I have the audit of a small company, but this small company has not filed its annual statements with the ROC for nothing but 3 years. Okay. Then I hope you realize this company will also be included in the limit. Repeating. I hope as normally I will not calculate this in limit. No, it will not come in my number of 20, right? But I hope as if they have not filed their annual statements as it is required, then I hope realize this also will be calculated as my limits. So if this should not be calculated, then it is better you file what is to be filed with the ROC. Else it will attract nothing but no exemption. All cools? All cools. See on this now, there was a case study. Case study are given behind. Unfortunately, I do not know the page number, but I'll try to find it. Wait. Second. Let me try finding it. It is there somewhere behind here. There are case studies on that. I have to do every case study on that. Page number, if you find, you tell me. See, I have it on page number 174 somewhere behind. It is like this. Wait, see. Wherever you find this. Page number 313 then, as per some assumed to be reliable sources. 313 place. Yeah, this is the last part. Thereafter, people take that break, which we have. Yeah. Come on, yeah. Did you find it? I hope you did. Okay. Acha. I want to come to question 10 then. That question 10 is on which page? 315 then? Okay. 315 then. Come, let's see. This will definitely answer the question whether you actually know it or not. Okay. Don't look at the answer. Huh? I'm telling. Some people now they have different versions of them. They look at the answer and then they look at the question to see whether the question is correctly printed or not. Control yourself. Look at the question. Focus. ABC and Company is an audit firm having partners Mr. A, Mr. B, and Mr. C. How appropriate? Chartered accountants. Mr. A, Mr. B, and Mr. C are holding appointment as an auditor in 4, 6, and 10 companies respectively. They are already holding. Provide the maximum number of audits which are remaining in the name of ABC and Company. That is the firm. Then provide the maximum number of audits remaining in the name of individual partners A, B, and C. Can ABC and Company accept the appointment as an auditor in 60 private companies having paid up capital less than 100 crores? I feel yes. 2 small companies, 1 dormant company. Would your answer be different if those private 60 companies, 45 companies are having paid up share capital of 110 crores each? Oh my God. Can I say we will have to go one by one? Come on, yeah. Wait, first one. Can I say they are already holding 4, 6, and 10? So the firm is holding how much in totality? Can I say firm in totality is holding 20? 4 plus 6 plus 10, 20. Now, what is the first question? See, first question. Provide the maximum number of audits remaining in the name of the firm. Come on. Can you tell me how many are remaining in the name of the firm? 40. Perfect. Just write down there. Come on. 40. Okay. How did you get 40? I hope you understood. Huh? It is 3 partners into 20, 60. Currently holding 20. So 60 minus 20 will give you 40. Come on. Second one. Provide the maximum number of audits remaining in the name of individual partners, A, B, and C. If you remember, I told you individually, so you can take only 20, 20, no? So can I say Mr. A is having 4. So how much remaining? 16. Perfect. Can I say for Mr. B, 6, 14. Perfect. Mr. C is holding 10. Then how much can Mr. C take? 10. So can I say it is 16, 14, 10? Come on, yaar, clear. Nice. Next, can ABC and company accept the appointment as an auditor in 60 private companies having paid up capital less than 100 crores, 2 small companies and 1 dormant company? Yes. Can you tell me why? Because they are not included in the ceiling limits number 20. So write down. Answer is yes. Can they do it? Yes. And the last one, fourth one. See, would your answer be different if out of those 60 private, 45 companies have paid up capital 110 each? So here it is 110. So obviously this has to be included in the limit. Can I say other 15 will not be included? So I can definitely take this up. What about this 45? Can they take up all 45? Think. No. Can you tell me why no? Currently, how much they have? They have 20. What is the maximum they can take? 60. Correct. Correct. Now, 45 are there. If you do 45, can I say this will become 65? So can I say out of this 45, maximum how much is possible? Can I say out of this, you can only take up 40? I hope you are able to answer. Everybody? Okay. In exam also, you know what you should do? First, you should do it like this in pencil. That's what it is. And then you try to answer in words. Supposing if this same question was asked in the exam, how will you present the answer? Firstly, you have to talk about provision. That as per section 141 3G, an individual can take up only maximum 20 number of company audits. On the other hand, a firm can take up 20 company audits except any partner in full-time employment elsewhere. Correct? And thereafter, you start answering. So first the provision and then ultimately the case. Come on, read the answer. Last case, I'm again repeating. Maximum is 60. They all already having 20. Now, out of this 60, which you are getting different private companies, 45 companies are having paid up share capital 110. So that is greater than 100 CR. It means I hope they are included in the limit. Other 15 are not included. So that I can take up. But out of this 45, if I add to the existing 20, this is becoming 65. But my maximum is only 60. So out of this new 45, I can only take up 40. So 40 plus 20 will make it 60. Who asked that? I hope you understood. Hello. Yeah, the one who is asking at least specifically. Come on, you're all done. Okay. Obviously, the next thing that we are going to take up is disqualifications, but after nothing but. Is this fine? Okay. Come on. How much break here? 5 minutes is fine. 8:23 has already happened. Okay. 8:30. 8:30 will resume. Come on. Go. Come on, yeah, come back. Yeah, last part finally that we have. Upload download किया ना? नहीं किया. Too lazy to do that now, no. मैं तो लग ही रहा था from the morning only. Come on, yeah, everybody, quickly. Okay, let's begin. Listen. Now, after learning the qualifications of an auditor, we have also seen signature and we saw ceiling limits. After that, we come to nothing but the main section, which is regarding disqualifications of an auditor. Disqualifications are given under section 141(3) of the Companies Act 2013. So this speaks regarding disqualification. Okay. If you remember, qualification was 141. This was qualification. Section 141(3) is, can I say it is disqualification? So there is a difference of this three, no? That is basically DIS 1, 2, 3. So DIS is nothing but 3, and I hope as qualification remaining same. So 141(3) is disqualification. See, there is some nonsense, but at the end of the day, something to you'll remember, no, yeah. I know it is nonsense, but what to do, yeah? How to remember, yeah? Exactly, like this only. So focus. Now, obviously, we'll take examples. Only then you can understand disqualifications. There are many clauses which are there. Okay, one by one. Listen. Now, for a simple example, if I tell you, say there is company X Limited. They always want to appoint auditor. Okay. Now say I am Mr. R. I am a chartered accountant. First question, am I qualified? Yes. Why? I'm a CA. Agreed? Okay. Now they want to appoint auditor. So they can easily come to me or they can go to a firm. But say they went to another company, Y Limited. Now think and answer. Can X Limited appoint Y Limited as an auditor? No. Why no? Because Y Limited is a company. I hyperize the qualification is either individual or a firm. Is it a company? No. Then ultimately this should be qualified or this should be disqualified. Disqualified. So who is disqualified here? Y. Can Y become auditor of X? No. Why? Because Y is a company. So company is qualified or disqualified? Disqualified. Can I say company is also known as a body corporate? Come on, yeah. So ultimately, whether I say body corporate, whether I say company, meaning is one and the same. So the first disqualification, if you have a look, is nothing but a body corporate. But remember, LLP is qualified. So obviously it is excluding LLP because LLP is definitely qualified, which I told you initially only when I did qualification. So the first disqualification is nothing but a body corporate. All cool? All cool. Okay. Now ahead. Listen, no. X Limited company, they want to appoint auditor, correct? Okay. Say I am Mr. R. I am a chartered accountant. Okay. But say I am the employee of X Limited. I am the employee of X Limited. Can I become auditor of X Limited? No. Why? Yeah. Because I'm employee. So what will happen if I'm employee and if I become auditor of X? Fraud will happen. Oh, influence will happen. Oh, correct. There will not be independence. Array dash. If I'm the employee of X Limited, can I say management of X Limited can easily influence me? No, because I hope realize my house runs on the salary from X. So obviously X Limited can always have influence over me, and they will tell you salary we give, you give report, we tell. It means eventually they can always influence me. So ultimately there is the basic concept of independence which will be defeated. So ultimately qualified or disqualified? Disqualified. By the way, this employee is also known as officer. Officer is basically to an extent the higher level, the managing director, etc. But eventually means the same thing. You are in employment of the company. So can I say officer or employee of the company? Qualified or disqualified? Disqualified. Perfect. So see, an officer or employee of the company are disqualified. All cool? All cool. Okay. Now, a bit more ahead. Who is the officer or employee of X Limited? Mr. R. Okay. Okay. Now you think like this. You. Okay. Say Mr. S. You are Mr. S. You are a chartered accountant. This is you. Okay. Now this Mr. R, who is the officer or employee of this company, X Limited, say he has some other business also. He is not only the employee of the company. He has his other business also. Does not run the house only on the salary of X Limited. Now, Mr. S, chartered accountant, is Mr. R's partner in that. You are understanding what relationship I'm drawing? Firstly, there is X Limited. Then there is Mr. R. Mr. R is the officer or employee of X Limited. Now say you are Mr. S. You are a chartered accountant. Mr. R has some other business also. And in that other business, say you are the partner of Mr. R. Or you can also be the employee of Mr. R. He has the business. Either he can make you partner or he can make you employee in his business, this other business. Think and answer. Think and answer. Can you become auditor of X Limited? Can you become auditor of X Limited? No. Can you tell me why no? Because I hope there is an indirect relationship. If you people appreciate, initially, obviously, you are officer or employee, that was direct relationship. Here, you may not directly be officer or employee of the company, but at least you are still the partner or employee of that officer or employee of the company, no? Then eventually there is an indirect relationship. So that also should be qualified or disqualified? Disqualified. And therefore, see the next one. A partner or employee of the officer or employee of the company. I hope you understood. First three should be very clear and they are very simple also. Okay. So ultimately, I hope I realize three things. One, a body corporate, but obviously excluding LPP. Correct. Why excluding LLP? Because I hope that is qualified. Correct. Next, officer or employee of the company. Third, partner or employee of the officer or employee of the company. Okay. So basically, I hope it is nothing but P or E of O or E. This is how we remember. Partner or employee of the officer or employee. This officer or employee is here only. All cool? All cool. Come on. Next one. Focus properly. Requires nothing but for you to pay attention. Next one. D. If there is any person or the relative or the partner who is SIG in group companies. Oh my God. Obviously, you have to understand too much in this. Firstly, if you just check, you are not only talking about the person. Person means the auditor himself. Next, relative means obviously relative of the auditor. Now, when I say relative, what is the meaning of relative? This I will tell you later after I finish disqualifications explanation. Because relative meaning actually depends from your law to law. What is the meaning of relative in your direct tax will not be what is the meaning of relative in this act. Relative meaning in Income Tax Act 1961 is different. Relative meaning for this particular section is different. What is the meaning? I'll tell you. Don't worry. At the end, I have to tell you only. But as of now, understand relative. Okay. And lastly, a partner. When will partner come into picture? When it's a firm. If you are an individual, it does not come into picture. Okay. So the auditor himself, the relative of the auditor, and the partner who is SIG in group companies. What are group companies? I will tell you slowly and steadily. As of now, understand what do you mean by SIG, SIG. SIG stands for 1. Holding securities, S. I stands for indebtedness. And G stands for guarantor. So that is how SIG comes. Securities, indebted, and guarantor. Now let us understand one by one. Okay, think and tell me. Supposing if I tell you, X Limited is the company. I am Mr. R. I'm a chartered accountant. First question, am I qualified? Oh, yes, I am. Acha. Now think and tell me. Obviously, they can appoint firm also, but individual example I'm taking. Is this okay? Who are the owners of the company? Shareholders. Correct. Say, I am the shareholder of X Limited. Think and answer. Can I become auditor of X? Why? Why I can't become? Correct. I can't become. Why I can't become? I'll tell you the reason. Because ultimately, I hope as I have financial interest in the company. If I have financial interest in the company, how can I be independent? It is because I will always tell that ultimately the company is good, and eventually because of that the market price will increase, and because of that I will get nothing but some more profit, which eventually is nothing but fraudulent. So I hope as ultimately you tell me correct or incorrect. Incorrect. You cannot become. So a shareholder of the company, can they become auditor of that company? No, they can't become. Is this okay? Okay, this is first part. Okay. Now, important to understand is, supposing say there is RSN company, chartered accountants. So can I say there is my Mr. S is my partner? Okay. Say I am not holding shares in this company, but my partner Mr. S is holding shares in the company. Think and answer. Huh? Can I become auditor of this company? Still no. Why still no? It is because my partner is holding shares. No. It means eventually the firm is holding shares. No. So firm becomes interested. No. Array, when I say firm, audit happens in the name of the firm, not in the individual name of the partner. So eventually, I hope as any partner of the firm, can they hold securities in the company? No. Is this okay? Okay. Now, something else. Say Mr. T. He is relative of Mr. R. Mr. T is a relative of Mr. R. And say Mr. T is holding securities in the company. Which company? X Limited. Can Mr. T hold at least? Because every time if you tell no, that is wrong, no, then nobody will ever hold shares. Can he hold? He can, but there is a limitation. The limitation is the relative of nothing but the auditor can hold securities up to a maximum of face value. Which value? Face value 1 lakh. Repeating, the relative can hold maximum securities up to face value 1 lakh. Can it be more than 1 lakh? No. Can it be less than 1 lakh? Yes. Can it be equal to 1 lakh? Yes. Important. Which value? Face value. What about market value? Market value is completely to be ignored. Nothing to be done. Because I hope as you are only talking about face value. Let me see how much do you understand. I am auditor. How much should I have? Zero. How much should my partner have? Zero. How much can my relative have? 1 lakh. Which value? Face value. Okay. Supposing if I tell you my relative has shares of say 80,000 face value. Think and answer. Can I become auditor? Come on, yeah. Can I become? Yes. Why? Because I hope it is within 1 lakh. But wait. Important info. Say face value is 80,000. Market value is 1 lakh 20. Can I become auditor? Yes. Why? Because but market value is more than 1 lakh. Nothing to be done. Ignore. Correct. You just have to look at the face value. Okay. Let me see. One more thing. Let me see how much do you understand. Wait, no. Say face value 1 lakh 80,000. Can I be appointed as auditor? No. Why? Yeah. Sad face. Why? Yeah. Because I hope it is more than that 1 lakh. So, acha, wait. One more info. Wait, no. Say market value is only 90K. Now, can I be appointed? Still no. Why? Yeah. Correct. Because market value is to be ignored. Even if it is less than 1 lakh, does not matter. Face value is more than 1 lakh. Clear? It means auditor himself. Person should have zero. The partner in the firm should have zero. Only the relative can have maximum 1 lakh. That also face value. Market value is to be ignored. Last provision regarding securities. Hear carefully what I'm telling. Okay. Listen. Supposing ultimately this Mr. T is my relative, okay, which I already told to you, and he is holding face value 80,000 shares. Think and answer. Am I qualified? Okay. So say I get appointed. Rahul is appointed. R is appointed. Okay. Now, as I get appointed, say I got appointed today. You know what Mr. T did? Such a dash. Mr. T, my relative, he purchased securities worth 30,000 face value more. Now use common sense. He already had 80,000 face value. I now became auditor. Now, after that, he purchased 30,000 more face value. So now the total has become 80 plus 30. Can I say total has become 1,10,000? Oh, maximum was 1 lakh. But now it has become correct 1,10,000. Can I say this is nothing but I hope lies? This is wrong. This is undue advantage of what was told by law. So now you are breaking law. In that scenario, if after appointments your limit is exceeded, then the auditor, Mr. R in this case, is given a period of 60 days to bring the limit down of Mr. T back to maximum 1 lakh. So I, the auditor, will have to tell Mr. T, Mr. T, sell that 20,000 shares minimum. Only then the face value will be 1 lakh. Then I will be qualified, as I will be disqualified. So you better do it. You understood what I told? What if Mr. T does not do? Then you are disqualified after 60 days. I hope clear. Now, please don't get into such doubts and stuff. People ask like this, sir, but what if Mr. T does not do? He is rude relative. Relatives are rude only. That is by default. That is inherent limitation. You can do nothing about it. You try whatsoever you want to. That is inherent limitation of life. Okay, I can make a book on that. But as of now, what I'm telling is, it is your duty to make that relative bring that limit down to maximum 1 lakh within 60 days. If you're unable to do so, you're disqualified. Only the lucky part, is here is what? The relative is a very close relative group. It is not something like, mama, chacha, chachi, etc. They don't come in the picture, luckily. The only people that come is mother, father, brother, sister, daughter, son, etc. So ultimately, somebody who is assumed to listen to you. Assumed. Definitely not yet sure. I hope this is okay. Somebody is again asking, who all are under relative? What did I tell? What did I tell? Dash. Relative meaning I'll tell you later. I told no. Then shut up and listen. Wait. What about securities? I should have how much? Auditor. 1 lakh. No. 10,000. No. Zero. Acha. What about partner? Zero. What about relative? Zero. No. 1 lakh. Which value? Face value. Correct. What about market value? Considered. Ignored. Acha. What if ultimately after appointment that becomes more? Then you bring down that limit within how many days? 60 days. What if it does not happen? Then I'm disqualified. Is this okay? See, normally now people don't remember zero for auditor also. They think it is 1 lakh everywhere. It is not like that. Only if yours is zero, you can look at relative. No. Oh, relative how much? Let me see. Yours should be zero. Only then you look at relative. 1 lakh relative. Let me see. Like this. So yours should be first zero. Only then you can see. But not only yours, your partners also. So both should be zero. Oh, okay. Then you see relative. Relative. How much? How much? How much? Zero, zero. Look at relative. All cools? All cools. Acha. So see, you're holding securities. Disqualified? Exception. Relative can hold up to a maximum of face value 1 lakh. Obviously, market value ignored. Perfect. Okay. Next one, shall I take? Okay. Next, I stands for indebted. If there is any person, relative, or a partner who is indebted to the group companies, this group companies I'll tell you later. As of now, understand company, who is indebted to the group companies or company for greater than 5 lakhs, you are disqualified. In other words, if it is less than equal to 5 lakhs, then you are qualified. Let us take an example. Yeah, examples only will make you understand the chapter. Listen, it is something like this. Supposing if I tell you, hi, too much cleaning and all. A blank page I forgot to take extra. But then that's okay. What to do? Ah, yeah. Too much hungry now. Some people are so hungry since the lecture begins. And some people were eating Maggie in between, which I saw. They did not offer also. That's rude. Yeah. Yeah. Now listen. Array relative means all relatives, Ray. Not only one relative, Ray. Supposing if I have two relatives, one relative has 60,000, other relative has 50,000, disqualified because the total of the relative is 1 lakh 10. Array cumulative only, no. Chambu. Acha. Now listen. Supposing if I tell you X Limited, Mr. R, okay, let us take Mr. R no first. S will bring later. Mr. R, chartered accountant, qualified. Oh yeah, definitely. Say Mr. R, I have taken a loan from X Limited. Worth how much? 7 lakhs. Think and tell me, can I become auditor of X? No. Wait, why? Why? I've just taken a loan. What's the problem? It's a day-to-day business. No, why? Tell me why. Because they can influence me. Correct. How can they influence me? Are they will tell no. Are Rahul, you took loan? Hmm? You have to pay interest also. You know that? Yeah. You don't want to pay interest? Oh, can you allow that? How? We are doing a fraud. Don't tell anybody. Yeah, no problem. I can do this. Why I can do this? Because ultimately I am indebted to them. Acha, one more example. Say ultimately I have purchased goods from X, okay, of say 6 lakh rupees. Can I become auditor? No. It is because if I purchase goods, can I say I have to pay them also on credit ray? Can I say I have to pay them also? Since I have to pay them, it is outstanding amount, no? 6 lakhs I have to pay. They can come to me now. Rahul, you purchase goods, didn't you? Yeah. So you have to pay, no? Yeah, I will pay. You don't want to pay? Is it possible? Yeah, do fraud along with us. They can always do that. So ultimately, why can they do that? Because again, I'm indebted to them. You understand? But important. You should be indebted of an amount which is greater than 5 lakhs. Only then you are disqualified. Now, this 5 lakhs, obviously, I have not decided. It is decided by MCA, Ministry of Corporate Affairs. As per them, this is a material amount for there to be influence. In fact, before this Companies Act 2013, there was Companies Act 1956. Barabar. Now, as per that particular act, this was rupees 1,000. It means if you are indebted for more than 1,000, you are disqualified. Then, though no auditor was remaining only. Everybody was disqualified only. Therefore, then when they changed the act, they changed that 1,000 limit to how much? 5 lakhs. Now, check here. In the first example, I have taken loan of 7. Am I disqualified? Yes, because it is more than 5. Come on, yeah. In the second, I have purchased goods worth 6. Is it more than 5? Am I disqualified? Yes. Now, if I tell you that eventually this is for 4 lakhs only, just one example, not both will happen. Say this is for 4 lakhs. Disqualified? No. Can I say I'm definitely qualified? I hope you understood. Correct. Acha, what if this is 5 lakhs? Exactly 5 lakhs. Oh, yeah, equal to. Am I qualified? Yes. You will attract disqualification only if it is more. You will not attract disqualification if it is less than equal to. All cool? All cool. Now wait. Supposing if I tell you, I have not taken any loan. But say there is the firm, RSN company, Chartered Accountants. So there is my partner, Mr. S. He's partner, Chartered Accountant. He has taken loan from X Limited. And say he has taken loan of 6 lakh rupees. Think and answer. Can I do audit of X? No. Why? Because my partner is indebted. But since my partner is indebted, eventually the firm is indebted. Okay. Say my partner also has not taken a loan. But there is a relative. You heard that sound? It is coming. Oh, the apocalypse. I can see it. Listen. Supposing Mr. T, he say he's a relative. Okay. And say he's a relative of mine only, Mr. R. Say he has taken a loan of 6 lakhs. Can I become auditor in X Limited? No. It means, you know what it means? It means neither you nor your partner nor your relative can have indebtedness more than 5 lakhs. If you have, you are disqualified. I hope you understood. Okay. Now see, next one was this one. If you are indebted for more than 5 lakhs, you are disqualified. Okay. And the last one, guarantor. You understand who is a guarantor? Okay, I'll explain. Wait, I'll just change the pen so that focuses on second one. Say this company X Limited, they have taken loan from bank. Okay. And say they have taken loan from bank of say rupees 2 lakhs. Assume. For this loan, Mr. R has given guarantee to the bank. You understand guarantee? It means in a situation of X Limited not paying the loan back to the bank, Mr. R will pay the loan to the bank because R has guaranteed to pay to the bank. Now do you understand? Think and answer. Can Mr. R become auditor of X? No. Why no? Because he has given guarantee. See, when does anybody give a guarantee? When you are an interested party. Else, why will you give a guarantee? It means I hope realize you have some feelings for somebody. No, only then you will give guarantee. No, who will give your guarantee? Nobody. Exactly. I was looking for that answer. Nobody. So then use common sense here. If your parents give you a guarantee, supposing, then can I say in that situation, eventually I hope why are they giving? Because I hope they're interested in you. Interested parties. Only interested parties give guarantee. So since you are interested party, there is influencing, there is no independence, you are disqualified. But again, amount is involved. Amount should be greater than 1 lakh. Only then you are disqualified. Now, how much guarantee I gave here? 2 lakhs. Am I qualified? No, I am disqualified. Acha, supposing say I had not given guarantee. My partner had given guarantee. I am still disqualified. Supposing say my partner had not given guarantee, but my relative had given guarantee. I am still disqualified. It means neither I nor my partner nor my relative should be a guarantor for the company. All cool? All cool. Come on. Achha. Next is this. Guarantor which is greater than 1 lakh is disqualified. If it is less than equal to 1 lakh, then you are qualified. If I tell you in a nutshell, see, this is the chart. If you know this, you know SIG. See, auditor, partner or relative. Securities, how much can I hold? Auditor 0, partner 0. Relative can hold 1 lakh face value. Market value ignore. Indebted, I hope I can hold up to maximum 5 lakhs. Achha, if it is greater than 5 lakhs, then it is disqualified. Guarantor 1 lakh, 1 lakh, 1 lakh we can be. More than that will become disqualified. By the way, I can hold, my relative can hold 5 lakhs. Even I can hold 5 lakhs. That is okay. You don't have to take total of that. Total of relative is separate. If there are 2 relatives, then you add both of them. If that limit is more than 5 lakhs, disqualified. But if one relative is 4 lakhs and say auditor also is 3 lakhs, that is fine. Because individually they have 5 lakhs, 5 lakhs, 5 lakhs, 1 lakh, 1 lakh, 1 lakh. But say there are 2 partners. Okay, in a firm there are 2 partners. Both the partners have more than 5 lakhs, then disqualified. But if total of that partners is less than 5 lakh, then it is okay. I hope clear. A company will definitely influence of less than 5 lakhs also, yeah. See, basically, I hope as the Companies Act is giving you an opportunity to commit fraud as an auditor. They are keeping some things for you. Obvious, no, yeah. I told you, in fact, initially it was 1,000. In 1,000, so everybody was getting disqualified, no? So ultimately, then they were like, okay, 5 lakhs, let us keep limit. Ultimately, company also happy, auditor also happy. They did like that only. Actually, they did like that. Is this okay? Acha. Last thing regarding indebtedness, I would like to mention. Then we can mark this much. Then we can go ahead if you want, or I can finish it off. I'll finish it off. Explanation. Listen. When you talk about this indebtedness, one example. Supposing I am auditing X Limited, they have to pay me audit fees, no? Which is my remuneration. Do you agree? Now say this they are giving me on installment basis. Installment means progressive basis. Okay. And they can also give me something in advance. Do you agree? Supposing if I tell you my Audit fees is 10 lakh rupees. Assume. Okay. And say ultimately I'm getting it on progressive basis. Say I got nothing but 4 lakhs first, 3 lakhs next, and then I'm supposedly to get 3 lakhs still. This is left. How much fees I've got up till now? 7 lakhs. Have I finished audit? No. Is auditing still left? Yes. Then this is actually my liability because I still have to render service. It is like I hope price JK Shah classes only. I hope price you people give us money in advance. You pay fees. Later on we give you service. Till the time the service is not complete, for us it is a liability. The entry is cash bank account debit to advance fees received. And when we render services, the entry past is advance fees received account debit to PNL. Then it goes to the PNL as our income. But till then it remains our liability. You understood? Accounts also. Acha. Now listen. Here, how much money I have received? 7 lakhs. Can I say definitely services are still left? It means I'm still indebted. This is an advance to me. This is still indebtedness, but this is not to be calculated. Why? Because this is my money. I don't have to repay back to the company. Whereas in case of a loan, I have to repay back. In case of goods purchased, I have to repay back. This do I have to repay back? No. This is your money which they are giving. This is not their money which they are giving. I hope clear. Okay. Shall I go ahead or you want to mark? You want to mark? You want to mark? Okay, come. Then I'll make you mark. Come. Come to the textbook. Let us mark this much first. Arey yaar, I'll have to go to that page number again. Shit, yeah. Where is it now? That finding also is. Which was this last page number which I took to you? Huh? Your papa. You will tell your page number, it will not matter now because they have given me a special book. So I have to deal with special books. It is better that you write down that chart of Sega. I'll give you time. But wait, let us mark this much first. Come to section 141.3. Yeah. See. 141.3. Obviously, see this ABCD that I'm writing everywhere. This is what I wrote down. I hope guys these are all clauses. Correct. This is your subsection 3 and main section 141. How to remember? 141 was qualification. 3 DIS. Dis. So disqualification. Correct. This is 141.3. So see, read this. This is your A, body corporate, officer or employee. They have given discussion. Discussion is just for reading. In exam, you don't have to write discussion. If they ask you disqualification, whatever is this part is what you people have to write. Come on here, see this part. 141.3C, 141.3D. This is what I was telling you now. A person who is in partner in employment. So it is partner or employee of the officer or employee. See, then when you see company, this part, wait, I'll just change the color. When you see company, subsidiary, holding, associate, and subsidiary of holding, this is together known as group companies. I will explain that because there is a chart on that also. Don't worry. Please make that correction. If it is 1000 rupees, is it still 1000? Then you change that to 1 lakh. This 1 lakh I'm talking about. 1000 है क्या उसमें भी? ठीक है. Hey, not fair, yeah. So OE is officer or employee? Partner or employee of the officer or employee? Yeah, forget taking screenshot. I'll tell you to copy only. First you mark this much. See, next part. See, this is what I was talking about. This guidance note discussion which is given here. As per the guidance note issued by ICI, audit fees received on progressive basis, installment, after the beginning of the engagement. Engagement means audit. It is not treated as an advance of the fees and hence no indebtedness is involved. So you cannot be disqualified for that. Okay. Now when I say such amount is which amount here? 5 lakhs. Obviously they have given it here in brackets, but just write down such amount is 5 lakhs. And here such amount is 1 lakh. There are many case studies which they ask you on disqualifications. Many. In fact, the case study that we did today, only one case study which was on ceiling limit. Apart from that, major case studies, if you check behind, they are all on disqualifications. Obviously, that will take up next time when we finish all the disqualifications together. Then all the case studies of disqualification will take up. Come on, you're all done. Come on, fast here. Somu, chal jaldi. Auditor can never hold shares in the company that he's auditing. He can hold shares in the other company, no, but not in that same company. I'll give you a simple example. When I was in PwC and I was being offered the audit of a particular company, okay, it was in Worli in Mumbai. There, I was not holding COP. I was basically, I hope, as an employee of PwC. I was not holding COP. Still, the question was asked to me, are you holding shares in that particular company? If you are, we will not send you for audit, we'll send some else associate. It means, I hope realize, what they want to basically do is they don't want interested people to basically go and do audit, because ultimately it defies independence. See, not that ultimately PwC was stopping me because they didn't want me to. It is because if they get caught because of any case, and if at all there is a case which goes against them, then ultimately the clients can prove that a shareholder only was auditing, which is wrong. So ultimately they can prove that the firm was wrong. Hence, ultimately they did not want to send me. I hope you understood. Once you cease to become auditor of that company, you can hold shares, no? If I finish the audit of that and now I don't want to take audit of that, then I can take the shares. Then it's okay. All cools? All cools. Yeah, no problems. Yeah, my job. Come on. What I want you all to do is take this part down. This is important. No, that group company I'll just explain. Don't worry. I will explain you group company and relative, and then we will end it. Other disqualifications we'll do the next time. Because then explanation, it requires time now, examples and all. They cannot hold shares in any group company. Correct. If I have shares in the subsidiary of the company, I cannot do audit. If I have shares in the holding of that company, I cannot do audit. It's the same group now, that's why. Now you people may feel like this, are then what will I do audit for? You are telling as if you are nothing but I hope it is like Warren Buffett or Junjunwala, as if you are holding so many shares in every company. No, then shut up. You don't hold shares in the first place, and if you hold, you have to sell it. But it does not happen major part. I know. Some people, when I take this disqualification, they are like, "Arey sir, then what is the benefit? They are not giving a holding shares also. They are not making us hold shares. As if you are holding shares there. No. Then what is pinching you here? When he asked me that question, I was not holding shares in any company, and he was asking me question, "Do you hold shares in this company?" I was like, "What the hell are you talking about?" Later on, he did not send me also, because then he sent somebody else, because then I was posted somewhere else. Yeah. Prakash, 60 days grace period is if at all 1 lakh limit exceeds after you get appointed as an auditor, then you get a period of 60 days to bring that limit down to 1 lakh maximum. If you don't do that, then after 60 days, the auditor stands disqualified. I hope you understood now. I'll tell you, don't worry, for sure. When I joined PwC, Satyam was very fresh. I joined PwC almost at the time when Satyam fraud just ended. And thereafter, to all the employees now, the CEO of the company, he mailed everybody, don't tell things like this to anybody. Now that, why did you mail us? If you mail us, we are going to tell everybody. You should not mail us in the first place. They told, please keep it confidential, don't tell it to anybody, because the partners were behind bar now, they went to jail also because of that fraud. Their membership also was cancelled by ICI. Yeah. At that point of time, there was no penalty for auditors in the Companies Act 2013, but definitely there was penalty for the auditors as per CA Act 1949. I hope guys you will learn CA Act 1949 at final CA level in the subject of auditing only. Now, when you learn that, you will come to know what all provisions you people have to basically follow once you become a chartered accountant. So then ultimately they were penalized as per CA Act, okay, and obviously the fraudulent one. But now after Companies Act 2013, I hope as now there is penalty in Companies Act also. There is penalty as per Institute CA Act also. So now there is too much penalty. Yeah. So now ultimately the frauds don't happen of that level which used to happen earlier. Means at least the frequency of it. The level obviously differs from company to company. Every company has fraud rate. Yeah, but still. Come on, you're all done. No, PwC is not banned. They are doing work. They were banned for a while. I mean, SEC took some action against them in US also, but now no, they are working. The partners were banned. Okay, come on, all copied. Now see, two things. One, what do you mean by relative? And secondly, group companies. Okay, I don't know whether I have it in this slide. Oh, I do. Let us talk about group companies first. Okay, group companies basically are five of them. See, company, holding, subsidiary, associate, and subsidiary of holding. Okay, I have made this chart basically for you to understand what are group companies. Now say I want to become auditor of X Limited. So X Limited is company. Keep that fixed first. So which is the company? X Limited. Now listen, say X Limited has more than 50% shares in Y Limited. Say X Limited has more than 50% shares in Y Limited. Then from the point of view of X, because X is company, from the point of view of X, can you tell me what is Y? Correct. Y is a subsidiary. At least I'm assuming you know what is holding and subsidiary. Huh? More than 50%, etc. Don't then. Don't. I hope you also know what is associate. Greater than 20 but less than 50. Fair enough. Okay. Now say Z Limited. Z Limited has more than 50% shares in X Limited. Then from the point of view of X, what is Z? Z is holding. Correct. I hope clear. Okay. Now say Z Limited is also holding more than 50% shares of B Limited. Z Limited is also holding more than 50% shares of B Limited. Then can you tell me what is Z of B? Holding. Then what is B of Z? Acha. So can I write like this? B Limited is subsidiary of Z Limited. Do you agree? But what is Z Limited from the point of view of X? Z Limited is holding, no? So instead of Z Limited, if I write holding, is it okay? Because Z Limited is eventually the holding of X, no? So what does B become? It becomes subsidiary of holding. All cool. See, if people can get doubt now, only here it is possible, else nahi. So I will explain again so that you don't ask me this doubt. Yeah. See, Z Limited is also holding more than 50% of B. So obviously B Limited is subsidiary of Z. But Z Limited from the point of view of X is holding. So I can say subsidiary of Z is actually subsidiary of holding. Okay. And say A Limited. Say X Limited has more than 20% shares but less than 50% shares of A. Then A is nothing but an associate. Clear? Okay. Now important. Together this will become which company? Correct. I hope this will together be group companies. Now, if I want to become auditor in this company X, I should not be having shares of X, of Y, of Z, of A, of B. If I have shares in anything, I'm disqualified. Similarly, indebted. I should not be indebted in Z, in X, in B, in A, in Y. Acha, that also cumulative. Huh? Wait. Supposing say I have taken loan of 3 lakhs here. But say I have taken loan of 1 lakh here, 1 lakh here, 1 lakh here. Together 3 plus 4, 5, 4, 1, 5 and 6. I'm disqualified. Because I hope as together the indebtedness is more than 5 lakhs in the group companies. I hope you understood. So whenever there is nothing but company, associate, subsidiary, holding and subsidiary of holding, it means that is nothing but group companies. All cool? All cool. You want to take this down? Then take this down. Finish it. And lastly, the relative then it is done. And then half of the disqualifications will remain. That will take up next time. Huh. Oh, now though it has started very much. Hmm. Come on, Danya. No, I don't know whether I have relative here or not. I'll have to see. Done? Okay. Now, the last thing, what about relative? Come to the textbook only. I'll do it from here. See, these are what are relatives. Okay. It is defined as per section 277. Relative means anyone who is related to another. That's so cool. Thereafter, they are telling it is members of HUF, husband and wife. Oh, they are also related, it seems. Thereafter, it is one person is related to the other in the manner as prescribed. Thereafter, other things are there. Father, including stepfather. I hope you understand what is stepfather. Okay. Mother, stepmother, another step in life. Son, including stepson. Correct. Acha, son's wife. Acha, daughter. Then daughter's husband, Jamai. Then brother, including stepbrother. And then sister, including stepsister. So basically, these and these are nothing but your relatives. So it is members of, don't mark, huh? HUF, husband and wife. Then it is father, mother, son, son's wife, daughter, daughter's husband, brother, sister. And obviously, there are steps. Is this okay? There is no stepdaughter. Why like this? That you will have to ask to MCA. Son, you see, there is stepson, but daughter is not there. I have not made this relative definition. Don't look at me with those eyes which you have. Exactly. Now listen, no, listen, Arey, listen. How to remember this all? Yeah, this is so much. I'll tell you how to remember. Listen, simple, yeah. I mean, this is nothing as compared to what relatives you have in tax. I hope you realize relatives I will divide into two categories. One with step, other without step. It is a nonsense way to do it, but then you know how it is, right? If you check with step, there are five. One, two, three, four, five. So I hope you realize it is mother, father, brother, sister, son. Correct. On the other hand, without step, luckily also there are five. How? See, it is members of HUF, husband and wife. Oh, wife is W, right? And thereafter, if you have a look, see one, two, and three. So it is son's wife, then it is daughter, and it is daughter's husband. This is how you remember. So ultimately, with step and without step. Five and five. Done. All goals. If you want, you can break it up like this. Come on, finish it. Come on, you're all done. Shall we take up one more disqualification? No, I'm not in that mood. Go. My tea is waiting. Go. I'll do it tomorrow. Audit, audit is simple. Yeah, I'm telling you, it is not difficult. The only thing is that your language should be decent to write. Your languages is a problem. Subject is not.